Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel, Leila's Lovely Life. I am Leila, and today I wanted to bring you my home fragrance empties for January and February. So January, I didn't do home fragrance empties because the month got away from me and I was thinking about doing it, and then I just kept thinking about it and not doing it, and finally it was middle of the month and I was just like, I'm just gonna have to wait. To be honest, I didn't have a whole lot of candles to show anyway. I did have enough, but I just decided to combine the two. So January, I'm not sure if I even did a wax. I think I did a melting. I don't know, I'd have to look back and see if I even did a melting, like a schedule, burning and melting schedule, because I'm not sure that I did. So, a couple things I knew, one thing in particular I knew I wanted to burn, and I'm going to talk to you guys about this, is this winter bayberry candle from Goose Creek, and you can see it's not finished. So I've heard both Heidi and Kaiwaza say that burning bayberry in January is supposed to bring you a good luck all year long. So yeah, who doesn't want some of that? So I burned it last year, and I burned it because I got this from Goose Creek. I didn't get it from Burke's. And I burned it this year, and it's just a very like bright berry type of smell. To me it smells a lot like cranberries. Not exactly, it has like an herb kind of smell, but anyway. You can see I did not finish it, so I will be burning this again next January. So I wanted to talk to you guys about that, and have my second cup of coffee. So cheers. Did y'all have your coffee? With my white fluffy frothed milk. So this month I brought out this Love Grows Here Goose Creek Art Jar candle, and this is in the scent peanut butter sugar, and you can see it changed from brown to green, which is kind of weird. And this smells really good. Remember, I had the hard time getting this silly lid off the jar. I haven't figured out quite the method, but I know if you twist it and then pull it, you know, anyway. So yeah, this is a really nice smelling candle. It does fill up my small living room, but during the ice apocalypse this past month, so I'm sure you guys all know about Texas. So I live in Texas, South Texas, very close to Corpus Christi to be precise. I'm always telling you guys about South Texas and Corpus and the surrounding areas. So down here we had a massive power grid failure. ERCOT dropped the ball. I haven't researched it entirely, but we were without power. Only us, like my family, my neighbors, like, so everybody on this street, we were only without power for 4 hours. However, just across the town where I live in, my friends were without power for 5 days. In another town, my friends were without power for 5 days. And we were without water for a long time. I don't know if it was exactly 5 days, but it was a while. And then when we did get water, it was just a very slow trickle, and so I went around filling up everything I could fill up, because it really kind of scared me, and it made me realize that I am not prepared in the water department. Anyway, so why am I telling you guys all this in a candle video? Because that was like a week and a half. The ice apocalypse event plus Preston being out of school, that was like a week and 2 days, just for the event. And then, you know, the preparations before and then afterwards, you know, there's a little bit of cleanup and, you know, whatever. So I wasn't burning candles like I normally would. So also my mom had a surgery last Tuesday, and I wasn't able to be there because of the COVID restrictions. And anyway, just there's a lot of stuff that I just wasn't in the headspace to burn candles. And then when it was really cold outside, we were burning candles. But then when the power went off, I'm thinking, I mean, the water went off, I'm thinking, how smart is it to burn a candle if we have no source of water? Knock on wood, if anything happens. So yeah, it's just been quite the month for burning candles, or not. I'm glad that I still have some of this, but I'm gonna put this one away because I don't want to smell bakery scents in March, I don't think, as of right now. So I wanted to talk about that one with you. Take a little bit more coffee. It's good. I want to drink it while it's warm. So in January, I had the sparkling woods from Goose Creek. I hope they still make it. That's one of my favorites. And I burned that in the bedroom, and I didn't finish it. So that was a candle I didn't finish. But I have some others here that I did. So Sweater Weather. This was from 2018. This is not my favorite packaging. A very nice lid though. This is fresh sage, juniper berry, aromatic eucalyptus, and fresh woods. This always feels like a January scent to me. It's just very fresh. There's like a cold note, like you want to smell this when it's cold outside. I'm not sure, maybe that's the fresh woods or the juniper berry, I'm not sure. But this had a great throw. It burned. You can see there's like schmaltz on the jar, but that's just me. Like whenever I stopped burning it, it's not all the way, but you know, if I only burned it for a little while and blew it out, that's what happens sometimes. So I really like this one for January, and my husband really likes this scent because it's a fresh scent, and I can see us buying this one again for January. I think this was the last. I don't know if I have any more Sweater Weather in my collection, but the strength and throw, 5 out of 5. My personal preference, 5 out of 5. My wax is falling down. Cranberry Woods. Now, this candle, tart cranberry, cinnamon bark, forest cedar, and golden amber. You can see it still has wax left, and you can see how puny the wicks are. I put this on my candle, my wax warmer, one of the bigger ones that has a big like hot plate that you can use, and this does still have some scent left. But because it wasn't burning that great, I put it on the warmer, and you can see that the wicks did not travel. I don't know why. I have never had good luck with Cranberry Woods. I like the smell, so I'm thinking if I ever get it again, I will probably make it into wax tarts because it's kind of irritating. I love the packaging. I love the smell. It's not as sharp as the fresh frosted cranberry. It's called frosted cranberry, not fresh frosted. But and I like that one too. But this is just deeper. Yeah, you can smell the woods. It's kind of mysterious. Very nice. Love the scent. Have never had good luck with the candle. If you guys have ever had this candle and have good luck with it, have had good luck with it, let me know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. So burn that one. And then, you know how you get a candle and you're like, ooh, this is gonna be so good, and you hang on to it, and then you don't burn it that season, so you hang on to it to the next season, and then you buy more candles and that doesn't get burned, and you finally are like, ooh, I'm gonna burn that candle. That's what I was like with Evening Hearth. I just knew I was gonna absolutely love this candle. Cedar kindling, mug of warm cider, and cozy cashmere throw. It was all right. It was good for, I mean, I do love the packaging. This is a blue that I actually don't mind. It's almost navy, not quite, and you do see cat and dog hair. I like the gold leaves, the doodling leaves. I think that's very trendy, like especially people doing bullet journals. This was really pretty when it was burning. And the scent was nice, but it was like a medium throw. And because I had built it up in my mind, I guess I just wanted it to be stronger. But it was nice for what it was. So yeah, I would say like on a scale of 5, this was maybe like a 3.5. And scent appeal ended up like from a scale of 5 ended up to be like a 3.5 as well. Not as impressed with this as maybe I would have been the first year that it came out. So those are the candles that I ended up finishing for January. So let's move on to, and then I'll get on to the wax melts. Let's get on to February. So for February, as a lot of you guys know, I love burning candles and melting wax during February because I love the chocolate scents and like the strawberry scents and the slightly floral scents, and you know, some of the deeper scents like, you know, like a little bit of fire scent, and maybe some just scents that you wouldn't typically think are romantic but kind of are, like leather and, you know, things like that. So I really love to burn candles and melt wax in February. So I always get happy when February comes around. So I didn't have a hot cocoa and cream, and I wanted to burn something sweet, like something chocolatey maybe. I still have the white mint latte from like 2 or 3 Christmases ago, but I didn't really want it to be like minty and chocolatey. So I decided to go ahead and burn this butterscotch toffee, which kind of maybe seems like an odd choice, but I felt like it was the best choice I had out of my sweet candles. So that's why I chose it, and I didn't expect to like it as much as I did because it's very sweet, and I thought it was going to be a lot like the boardwalk candle, the pumpkin waffle candle. It's like I would just be able to enjoy it for a little while and then have to blow it out, and then you can still smell it in your house for days. Excuse me. But I did enjoy this candle, and this burned surprisingly well. It did put itself out. So I used to save this wax. I'm so frugal. I used to put this in the freezer and save this wax, but I've discovered that when it gets down to this point, if you do, most of the time, not all the time, but if you do end up putting it in your wax warmer, that a lot of the oils have already burned off, and so It does smell a little bit, but it just doesn't seem like it's worth the electricity or the tea light to save this. So I don't anymore. If you do, maybe you have a tip or a trick for me. But anyway, this, while this was wonderful, I think this is why I don't want any bakery scents for March. I didn't get tired of it, like on a day-to-day basis, but I am kind of tired of the sweet scents right now. So, but as far as the throw was like a 5 out of 5. I mean, we had this in the back room because my husband, for some reason, I don't know why. In the mornings, he's always back there. But he likes that room, so. Yeah, so in the mornings, I don't know. He gets up too early and goes to work too early now to light the candle, but like on the weekends, we'll light it. And it's nice. And, so yeah, the throw's like, I'm sorry, I'm just spacing out. I don't know why. Throw 5 out of 5, Cinepil 5 out of 5. I would repurchase this and I would recommend it. I don't even mind this packaging. I think it's kind of nice. So on to February. We finished this black leather candle from Goose Creek. It's just kind of sad because we've had this for probably 4 years. And it's not like, it does smell like leather. It's nice. It's not the strongest leather scent I've ever smelled. It almost smells like a fresh and cologne-y and leather scent. But yeah, it did put itself out, which is unusual. And you can see how much wax is left. And you can see how much it did soot. So yeah, Goose Creeks, for some reason, they do soot. So I'm sad to see this go. I don't know if they carry this anymore. If they do, I might get my husband another one down the line. But we do have I think a wood wick leather candle. So I wouldn't get it right now. But yeah, this was a good candle. The throw on this is surprisingly, I wouldn't say light, it's like a medium, but I would expect it to be really strong because like if you walk into like a leather place that sells like leather couches and you know such, it's very strong. So I expected this to be like that, but it's like a medium throw and it was nice and took us, what, 3-4 years to finish it? I don't know. But finally finished that one. I still do have some wax melts for him. And then we were burning this at the exact same time. And this is cracklingemberlight. Now I bought this at Burke's or Ross. I'm not sure which one. My son really liked it, and this is the second one that we've had. And it did burn all the way to the bottom, and you can see what that wick looks like in there. And this, you really have to keep on top of trimming that wick because I don't know if you can see the middle. It gets really tall in the middle, and I do have a wick trimmer, which I would recommend if you're into candles because it makes life a lot easier. Like trying to get your hand in there with this pair of scissors, you're gonna get soot all over your hand. And it's not going to be a fun time because getting soot off is not easy because soot's a little greasy. I don't know why. Anyway, so this was crackling. So this was nice because of the February we just had. And I did burn this when it was super cold outside and we didn't have any water. We did have electricity. Praise God. We were very blessed. Like I said, except for one night, and yeah, it did happen during the night. So we were like, are we gonna wake up in the morning? Anyway, so yeah, so I had these two burning over here on my buffet table combination. So yeah, hearing this crackle, it was nice. And then the last one I want to talk about is Cafe Bouquet Paris. This one shocked me. It really shocked me. So I was burning this one in the bedroom. Just one second, coffee break. Cheers. Do you have your coffee? I started watching this this woman in, I believe she's in the UK, and if I were to guess, I would say she's in her 60s, and I think her channel name is Mean Queen Super Scrimper, and she's hilarious, and I think my battery's about to die. But anyway, she has her coffee chats, and that's where I got that from, because she's just adorable. I'll leave her, in fact, I won't leave her information linked down below, but I'm going to do a video soon on the people I've been watching, and yeah, she's going to be on it. So anyway, Cafe Paris, this espresso beans, white tuberose, and bergamot zest. This just smelled floral to me. I remember when Tina Divalicious reviewed this candle, he said he could smell coffee and perfume, and he thought it was really nice that Bath and Body Works was doing something different. And so I have had this in my collection, and I think I have another Paris that smells a lot like coffee, so maybe it's Paris Cafe. But this is Cafe Bouquet, and this just smelled like whatever, white tuberose. This just smelled like white tuberose to me, which is fine. It was pretty strong. So this was the floral burning in my bedroom. You can see it did put itself out. I could burn just those last two because the one did put itself out, so I still probably have like maybe 30 minutes, an hour left in that. But yeah, so I would give this, as far as scent appeal, I was expecting coffee, so I guess that kind of threw me, but I did like it. Scent appeal was like a 4 out of 5, and the throw was like a 3.75 out of 5. It didn't take over the whole house, but I could definitely smell it. So I would repurchase this one again now that I know what I'm in for. And like I said, I do have another Paris candle, but I think it's more coffee than this one. So because my camera battery is blinking, I think I'm going to stop this. I'm going to put it on the charger, and then I'll come back and do the wax melts. Okay, so I changed my shirt because it feels like a cold front. Sounds and feels like a cold front is blowing in, which I didn't think was supposed to happen today. It wasn't supposed to happen today. So I finished the candles, and now I want to move on to the wax. I also charged my camera battery, which I don't have a separate camera battery. So that was the main reason I stopped. So we went over all of the candles, and now we're going to do the other home fragrance. So I'm trying, as some of you know, most of you know probably, I'm trying to finish using my wall plugs, my wallflowers. I just don't think they're a good investment. Some of them that I have really smelled wonderful. Some of them have smelled wonderful for like, you know, a week and then nothing. And I just don't want to put any more money into it. So I'm using what I have. Now Mark did buy some at the summer SAS to take to work. And yeah, so I do have like six of those. But this is from a couple years ago, Cinnamon and Clove Buds. And I had that going in the living room, and I couldn't smell this one. That was a dud. And then we put this one in the bathroom, Eucalyptus Rain. And this was one that smelled for... Okay, I'll clean that up in a minute. Gotta finish this and clean that up. That was one that smelled for a little while, and then, yeah. Gingerbread Spice Wax Cubes. This is from Mainstays. I got this on clearance. It smelled okay. It's nothing to write home to your mama about, but yeah, I mean, would I pick it up full price? Probably not. I mean, and it's not that old. It, you know, maybe a year or two old. So, this is a sample from L3 Waxy Wonders. This is Yellow Ranger, and you can see it's 3 years old. This is lemonade, cherry limeade, and fizzy soda, and I really couldn't smell this, but it's probably because of the age. Sweet Orange and Pine. I don't think this came out this year. I think it came out last year. I'm not 100% certain about that. But I was not impressed with this. It was very light. I mean, you could smell it for maybe the first hour. Very light, and then nothing. So I would not repurchase this one. Berry Christmas, everyone. Max, stop. This one was very good. No. This one came out not this past year, 2020, but in 2019, and it was very good. In fact, I stocked up on this one. So when it rang up on your receipt, maybe not the receipt. The receipt probably just says wax, but if you scan it, it said raisin bread. So this one really, it does smell like raisin bread. It's wonderful. So if you come across this, like, you know, at a thrift store or online, eBay, and you're like, should I get it? Yeah, you should get it. Because it's pretty long lasting, and it's very strong. So it's wonderful. I loved it. I also finished 2 of the Colonial Candle Simmer Snaps in Ginger Snap. So I ordered a lot of these on the website 4 years ago. I don't remember now. But these 2 I got at Burke's. And I was like, I'm going to finish them this year because they've been sitting in my wax collection for probably 2 years. And this smelled a lot like the gingerbread marshmallow candle that I had burned from Bath & Body Works this past Christmas. It's, I mean, you probably can't buy this anymore. I mean, you know, I know you can't buy this from Colonial Candle. You probably, if you come across this at a, like any of those places I just mentioned, you know, I would give it a sniff if you can to see if there's still scent in it, and if there is, you pick it up because it does throw well. It has a very, it's not a super heavy gingerbread, and I think that's what kind of tricked me into thinking it was like marshmallow scented. But yeah, loved this one. Loved these 2. These made my January, and I also melted some during Christmas. They just weren't finished yet. In fact, I've melted a lot more wax than you see here. It's just I don't always finish it up, and so I don't show you everything. I only show you the finished things. So this is Bottoms Up Orange, Pomegranate, and Spice. This was another one that this did not live up to my expectations. It smells mostly orangey, and the packaging and the thing is beautiful. The picture is beautiful, but I wouldn't repurchase that one. This one was from a couple years ago, I think. Cranberry Popcorn Garland. This one was not a favorite. There was a lot of leftover wax at the end of the holidays. I absolutely love this scent. and I bought all that I could when I found it on clearance. I mean, I didn't go to all the Walmarts, but like at my Walmart. So yeah, that one I would recommend. And then Autumn Hayride. This is so old, you guys. This is a dupe for Bath and Body Works Winter. This smells like pine and orange and a little like incensey or smoky. I had one cube left, so I put it in. So I don't remember if this was good or not, but this is a couple years old. And then I melted Auburn Lake from Goose Creek. Now this is very cinnamony. I don't know what else is in here. It's kind of a perfumey fall cinnamony scent. It doesn't smell impressive here, but Cora, go on. I still got to clean up the glass. Go on. It doesn't smell impressive in the container, but when you melt it, this is wonderful. I love this one. No, Max. No, Max. Go on. Okay, Cozy Gathering wax cubes. This one I stocked up on because I really liked it when it came out. And I'm wondering if I did wrong because this one did not have that great of a throw. This smells kind of like, it smells like incense. I don't know how to describe it. It's a very cozy smell. It makes you want to cuddle up with a blanket. So I do have maybe 3 or more of these, and these are the mainstays. And so I did get them on clearance. I'm not sure how much I paid. I got them on clearance at the end of the season because I really liked this one. And yeah, not impressed with this particular clam. Don't know what happened, but I'm not saying it's bad because obviously I liked it. I stocked up. And usually these wax melts, this is only like this, like it came out not in 2020 but in 2019, so it should be fine. It should be fine because most of them are still fine. So that's it. I think what I might start doing is I do make a melting basket every month. I don't always do it like on the 1st. Sometimes I'm doing it at the end of the previous month. Sometimes I do it like on the 2nd of the next month. And I know I've showed you guys my melting basket before, and to me that makes a lot more sense than showing you my empties. Because you don't get a real sense of what I melted and burned. And if you're here watching this video, you like to see people sniffing wax and candles, I'm just being honest, and talking about scents and describing them. And hey, it's one of my happy places too. Watching you guys' videos do the same thing. I'm telling you, it just makes me happier and you know, you can fill in the blank. So I'm trying to pick out a standout, like my absolute favorite candle. Well, I just broke, because I knocked it off, the butterscotch candle. This one, performance-wise, was, like I said, really good, but scent-wise, I'm not saying it's my favorite. I think my favorite this past month, it has to be this combination. This combination made me feel warm, along with the crackling noise of this, because we don't have a real fire, we have a propane heater, which you guys have seen and I'm looking at right now. But the combination of the scent of this Emberlight, which it smells like it doesn't, like I told you in my wax melting schedule for February, it doesn't smell like incensey. I mean, it doesn't smell ashy. It smells like a very pure, nice, I don't know, like wood burning smell. And then the combination of the leather scent. So this combination was my favorite this month. As far as the wax melts, what I have emptied, I would have to say, you know I love the Berry Christmas, everyone. You know I love the popcorn garland. But this one surprised me, Auburn Lake. And I would say this was the standout because when you put it in the melter, it just transformed and made me happy, happy, happy. So anyway, that is it for my home fragrance empties for January and February. Okay, friends, so I'm sorry about all the chaos this morning. It's a Monday, what can I say? Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. And if you did, please take the time to give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I would love to have you here. And yep. And leave me any comments you might have, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.